Has anybody used one of these platforms or actively uses? Which one are they using? Cursor. Lovable. Okay, cool. And by the way, we're going to be building a website in a few minutes, so get primed. It's not going to be easy, but just to get our hands dirty, that's what we're going to be doing, right? So this is the spectrum of how these tools kind of line up. So if you want more, so long story short, we described what vibe coding is. It's a way that you can speak to computers and have them program themselves instead of having to write computer code. Lovable is probably the most easy to use one. It has the most guardrails. So, you know, this is the spectrum, right? On that side, you have Cursor and Windsurf. And same thing here. These were designed for people who are not coders, but here you are, you're not a coder, and you're using Cursor. So you can use whichever one you want, but this is kind of how a lot of people will introduce these tools. And this is Replit, and this is Cursor, at least the landing pages. So these are the two that we're going to focus on for tonight. And just a little background on Replit. It was built by a guy who worked on Facebook's mobile app maybe about like 8 or 9 years ago, and since then he's been building this platform. Has anybody here used Canva? It's like for collaboratively building graphics. So I would say Replit is like Canva, but for building applications. And they've raised quite a bit of money, right? You can see here how much money they've raised. This company is based in San Francisco, and those are the sources of where I found this information. And Cursor has raised almost $1 billion. You can see last month they raised $900 million. Does anybody know this company, Thrive Capital? Does anybody know who runs Thrive Capital? It's the brother of Ivanka Trump's husband. So Donald Trump, Ivanka Trump's husband is Jared Kushner. His brother is Josh Kushner. Josh Kushner gave $1 million to Cursor, or excuse me, almost $1 billion to Cursor, right?